This is Morganicky, and if any of you have followed me on Twitter for a while or read my blog or anything of that nature, you may know how I feel about Funko Pops, and you'll also be aware that I, as immature as it is, I am a 29-year-old woman with the mind of an 8-year-old boy. I absolutely love toilet humour. Farts and poop and everything else, it's absolutely hilarious. So although I hate Funko Pops with their massive heads and, you know, generic designs, I love the Hangrees. I particularly like these ones that are parodying video games. So if you're not aware of what the Hangrees are, I will talk you through it as I open these. They are essentially parodies of pop culture, video games and movies, telly programs, etc. that are all, you know, based around poop and fart jokes, etc. This one that I'm currently taking the sellotape off is called CacaCraft. Clearly a parody of Minecraft. I'll come to you in a minute. Each figure, you get a figure, you get a little toilet, you get some, these are great as well because I love the Topps wacky packages, like food parodies. They all come with some sort of junk food and the means to make slime, instructions and a collector's guide. So yeah, I'm going to show these off and I'm going to feed them and they're going to poop slime, essentially. Give me 2 minutes while I get them out of their packets and we will jump cut. Okay, before we make the slime, let's have a look at the actual figures. First we have CacaCraft. I like that he has a square head. That's, you know, attention to detail and all that. That's another reason these are so much better than Funko Pops. They actually have more detail on them. Some of them have ears. There's one I will show you in a future video that doesn't have arms, but for good reason. So arms and legs are movable and their mouths open for the purpose of creating slime. On the inside they have a tongue. It's all textured, and if you look up inside their skull you can see their brains. On the outside we have a hinge, and they all appear to have some sort of, you know, accident back there. I like that CacaCraft's is cubes. Nice cube sort of skid marks there. And his food container is Reek's Peanut Butter Plops. If you're not familiar, they are a parody of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And our other one is a Five Nights at Freddy's parody, Five Nights of Farts. He has ears, as you can see. And they all have this sort of, I want to say constipated sort of expression. I think his chin there looks a bit like a butt. He's got his bow tie. He too having some problems back there. And inside his mouth, same thing, tongue and brains. His food is Kit Splat crappy wafers. Now I don't know, right, but when I was a kid the word crap was a swear word. So why is crap like on kids' toys? You know, if I had little kids say crap, I'd be a bit like, what did you just say? But in that vein, if crap is not a swear word anymore, why isn't he called Mine Crap? That is so much better than CacaCraft. Just saying. Now these instructions on making the slime are not at all complicated, but I have watched numerous people on the internet attempt to make these and screw it up. Screw it up badly. So I have studied these instructions and I am going to make them, and hopefully I won't have to eat my own words. I am going to make the perfect slime. So it says cover your area before you make it to protect any damage. Okay, so I have this plastic lid because I don't want to do to this new desk what I did to the kitchen table downstairs when I was using a flameless ration heater. So we will do CacaCraft first, shall we? In future, because I have a lot of these, I intend to collect the entire set. I won't go so in depth with how you make them. But this is the first time, so we shall. Scissors, people. Do not rip these. Scissors. It even says in the instructions, scissors. This is the slime powder. Okay. Ask an adult to cut the slime powder and texture packs, get to that in a sec, with scissors. Okay. You pour this in here. Powder. Inside these, I'll show you it in this one actually. You can hear it, is a little shaker ball. Now each one makes different coloured slime, and they all come with a different texture pack, if you will. CacaCraft here has these little orange pom-poms. Now I've heard horror stories about these pom-poms getting stuck in the mechanism of the character. So you may wish to not add the texture at this stage, but instead wait until the slime is made and then knead it in manually. But I'm going to follow the instructions and do as it says. Okay, so that's in. You close this and shake it. Okay. This is important. Before you do this, make sure they're standing up and make sure their feet are level, because this leg opens up their butthole, if you will. So that wants to be closed so they won't leak. So, open up. Now, they have a toilet. I have some water. Nothing special, nothing fancy here, it's just regular room temperature water. And you fill it to this fill line. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a fill line there. There we go. To the fill line. Fully open its mouth and rest its head on the table. Yep, we're doing that. Tongue should be out of the way. Okay. Check for any leaks. If your character pees, dump out the water and repeat steps 4 and 5. Okay. So, you can have a drink. There we go. He doesn't appear to be peeing, so that's a good thing. Feed the character. Pour the container, contents, blah blah blah, and so should the shaker ball also go in there, okay? In we go. Yep, that's all of it. You quickly close the lid. Put your thumb over its butt and shake it for 1 minute. I can use the camera timer. I will speed this up. I may just jump cut, because if I speed this up it might make you nauseous watching me shake this for a minute. It has been 1 minute. Lift his left leg, that is the one that doesn't make him poop. And then hold him over the toilet like this, open his right leg, and out it comes. I think I did that pretty neatly for a first attempt, just a little bit of drip. That's why it says cover the area. And then we leave him like that for 10 minutes to allow the slime to harden. So we will move you off to the side and we will do 5 nights of farts. Okay, ready for round 2. Same thing again. Cut the packet. Pour in your slime powder. And I do feel a lot of people who do this as an unboxing, I've never done it before, make the mistake of, you know, they're a bit too concerned with how good the camera looks and everything. Yeah, I like that too. But in faffing with your lights and your tripod and everything, you're probably going to bodge up your slime procedure. So make sure you read the instructions. The texture pack on this, that's kinetic sand. That is kinetic sand, and I know that because Shelley has a lot of kinetic sand. She plays with it as sort of like a sensory sort of play. Yep, that's kinetic sand. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work texture-wise, so we'll crumble it up a bit, shall we? Instead of just having it a big lump. Okay. Well, it does sound a bit lumpy in there. Same procedure again. Water to the fill line. just above the fill line actually. Move his tongue. Water in. Powder everywhere. Yeah, that's just in a big clump, isn't it? Powder in. Come on. Come on, we don't have time for this. Shut your mouth and shake for a minute. I said I wasn't going to make a mistake, didn't I? But I've used Minecraft's box instead of the kit splat. Oh, idiot. Okay, time to poop. Left leg, right leg. That was a good noise. That was a really good noise. Can you see how all of the kinetic sand has settled at the bottom? I don't know what sort of slime texture that's going to produce, but we'll set you aside and we'll come back in 10 minutes and we'll see how the slime's worked. Here's something you may want to check as well. If you open them up, there may be texture stuck inside them. As you can see here, there is some kinetic sand sort of stuff stuck in here, so you may want to push that out with your finger. I kind of feel like I'm pushing out his guts. It's pretty gory this, isn't it, for a kid's toy? And I believe CacaCraft has the same problem. He has some of his puffballs still stuck in there. Out you come. And that's the shaker ball. In you get. I'm going to go rinse these figures, wipe down the table, and hopefully by then the slime will be set. Just a look at the collector's guide. This is series 1. There is a series 2. And then there are 3 packs. I have them all. I have every single one. I have gone out of my way to collect these, because in the grand scheme of things, they're pretty cheap. I would say they were pocket money toys. Quite a lot of places sell them for about £6. If you're lucky, you can get them for a little bit less. Each series, sorry, this is wave 1 and on the back is wave 2, comes with a extra rare chrome variant, and I truly do not see the point of these, because they're not blind bags. Finding one of those would be based on going into the shop when they were first put on the shelves and stashing it for yourself. They're exactly the same figure, except they're made of shiny plastic. They make the same slime, they have the same accessory, so when I say I have them all except those. So that's wave 1, series 1, and that is wave 2 of series 1. I've heard people say, oh, how can they get away with these? Because, you know, other people's intellectual properties, if you like. But they are parodies, and I'm pretty sure parody is covered under fair use law. So, yeah, I'm almost convinced it's legal. Almost convinced. So yeah, as I say, I have all of these. If there are any you see and you want to see, put it in the comments. I will eventually be showing all of them. Not just the video game ones, though those, of course, are my favourites. Now, the slime. Let's do CacaCraft slime first. You can keep your slime in these little toilet pots, if you like. Let's have a look. Oh, you come. Oh, and it can make fart noises. Well, it did that once. Right, there's the shaker ball. Where's the plastic thing? I don't want to ruin my table. It's very jelly. I honestly feel like I'm playing with a big lump of strawberry jam. Perhaps it's because it's February and it's cold. Perhaps it needs a bit of warmth to get the excess moisture out. It needs to sit overnight. Or maybe I just need to play with it some to get some of the stickiness out, but it is generally Very sticky, very gooey, and it feels like jam. I think it feels like jam. These little pom-pom balls are now completely saturated and are part of the gelatinous jelly goop mass, if you like. The CacaCraft slime here is a like purple, I guess. Purpley, pinky sort of colour. With the orange puff balls in it. Ah, there we go. It's starting to be a bit more slimy now. Yeah, all I really needed to do was knead it a bit with my hands. There we go. We're getting there now. That's more like slime, isn't it? Of course, you don't have to make the slime if you just want to collect the figures. I'm going to collect them and put them all, well, I've got them all, I'm going to put them all on a shelf above me. I will show you that when I've opened them all. That'll be a nice humble brag. Complete Hangrees collection. Okay, that's CacaCraft slime. Now for Five Nights at Fart slime. Wow, this one's a lot softer and a lot more liquidy. It's going through my fingers. It's more like it's more like gunge than slime. Perhaps that's the kinetic sand stuff. This one's not as pleasant. Not that slime is particularly pleasant. That's kind of the point of it. But I have a feeling some of these may work better than others, depending on the texture ball that is in them. I think it's a very similar colour, isn't it? That purple, pinky purple sort of colour. I don't really want to say what I'm thinking it looks like, because I'm trying to keep toy unboxings PG, because my niece watches them. And please don't put it in the comments what you think it looks like either. Unpleasant is what it looks like. Well, now I've kneaded in the kinetic sand, I'm still going to call it that, even though that's a brand name. The, whatever, it's a magic sand, play sand, whatever you want to call it, building sand. It's gone more of an overall red colour. Perhaps when I put it in and it settles, it will turn, you know, it will separate again like it did originally. Yeah, if they come out and they're a bit too sticky, just knead it a bit and it'll turn from gunge to slime, if you like. Make sure you use the right amount of water, try not to spill the powder, follow the instructions, and you can't really go wrong with these. And when you're not playing with it, store it in the little toilets. Get in. Now I'm going to wash my hands.